What if you knew what not to do when learning how to make money online with print on demand? Well, after the past 10 plus years of being in print on demand full time and making a lot of expensive mistakes, and after coaching hundreds of students inside the PODHacks Accelerator, which is my coaching program for print on demand, I've seen a lot of the mistakes that we all made in the beginning on our paths to success. So in this video, I'm going to share with you 9 things that you need to avoid in order to find your success far sooner online with print on demand and Shopify. Let's go. So the first one, you don't want to start without some clear goals. And the first one on the list is your time budget. How much time are you willing to invest into your business? So here I've broken down about what you need to spend in the business to really give yourself a good foothold. So first up, we've got 2 to 3 plus hours per week focused on researching. And when you can sit down your lunch break and you're scrolling on TikTok or Instagram, and you're actively in there looking for ideas, you can get a lot of researching done. And particularly when you start following the different pages and accounts that are in your niches, you're going to find designs and ideas and inspiration quite quickly. So from that research, what you're looking for is a surplus of ideas to be able to get into the design queue. So I recommend using Canva and spending around 2 hours on your designs. And it's going to be determined by the product that you focus on as well. And we'll talk about that in one of the elements coming up. But with that in mind, you want to be able to increase those launches per day. And then you want to be able to spend time dedicated to actually running your ads. So 2+ hours testing the designs, getting that real world data is very, very important, because from there you're able to discover where your winners are and scale the ones to be able to actually make your money. Next up, you're going to want to define a budget. So the way you want to determine this is by how many designs you actually want to test. So from those 10 designs that you do, and depending on the product, again, if it's phrase-based, the bottle rocket testing method that I teach, and if you haven't seen that video, I'll link it up here. You can check that out, because that bottle rocket testing technique make your ad dollars go a lot further. So it's $2.50 per test, run over 24 hours. And what you're looking for is a level of engagement that qualifies it to move on to phase 2. So P1 is your bottle rockets. So you're getting 10 tests up each week at $2.50. If you've got more time and designs, then spend that. Get them out there, because the faster you launch these, the more winners you're going to find. Then in phase 2, once you've qualified those designs, then you're going to be spending $20 to $80 per test, depending on the rules and how well they perform for you. So based on that, that's where you're going to extrapolate out how much budget you're going to put to your business each week. Now, what you want to do is have an allocation from your weekly income, whether it be your job or your own business, where it's just put aside to focus on your print-on-demand business. That is a mindset allocation as much as it is a financial allocation. Because if you're running from a place of scarcity, it does weird things to your ads. There's a lot of energy that goes into this business, and it is a bit woo-woo, but when you're running from a place of restrictedness, what tends to happen is you latch onto products that may not have gone on to sell, but it's showing good data. It might be getting good add to carts, and the engagement's through the roof, but it's not making sales. But for whatever reason, because you're really looking for that money, you end up spending more because you're like, oh, the sale's coming, like the engagement's through the roof. You don't want to be doing that. And on the flip side, you can cut your ads far too soon before you've actually got the data that you need to make a decisive decision. So you want to be mindful of that. So if you've got $200 to put towards ads each week, fantastic. Whatever it is to get started, particularly with that bottle rocket testing method, it's going to allow those ad dollars to go much further. Then the next thing you want to do, if you're finding that you've got enough time that where you're creating more designs, get them out there. The most important metric that you can get is the data that comes from real world advertising. So putting those products and the designs that you're creating in front of people that are most likely to purchase them. If they purchase, great. You've got a product that's got great potential to scale and make you really, really good money online. So increasing your number of launches per day increases the amount of winners you're going to find. And then lastly, you want to have an idea of the profit in mind, what you want to make each month. So whether it's $2,500 a month or if it's $10,000 a month, sitting on that, manifesting that into reality, and knowing that that number takes work and energy and effort to actually be able to realize that. That is the importance of being able to visualize that profit coming into your account. When I first started online, I knew big money existed out there and it just had to channel into my account. But I was like, how can I do that? I believed it was out there. And everything I did was about learning how to get that money in my account. And what happened was I feel like I manifested print on demand because in my first month, I did $1,000 profit. In month 2, I did $6,000 profit. And in month 3, I was able to find a viral winning phrase design that I scaled across the board and did over $300,000 in a matter of weeks. It was insane. And the money that was coming into my accounts was nuts. I'd realized that, through this meditation, through this visualization, and through that belief that I was able to bring it into my reality. And since then, I've been able to sell close to $10 million of print-on-demand products online. And that's why I put the PODHacks Accelerator together, which is my program for helping people start their own $5,000 to $10,000 per month print-on-demand businesses in as little time as possible. Now, what's the next thing you want to make sure you're not doing? Okay? What's next? Now, I'd love to know, what's something that you had done in the beginning when you were first starting that you wish you probably shouldn't have been focused on? Let me know in the comments below. And before then, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Ring that notification bell because all the videos that I put out is to help you make more money faster with your own print-on-demand business. Let's get back to it. Next up, you don't want to be doubting everything that you're doing. Sure, it's okay to question the things that you are working on, but don't doubt the possibility of what is possible online. There's no ceiling on what you can make. So in order to be able to set yourself up for the biggest chance of success, there's a couple of things I recommend. And the book Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself by Dr. Joe Dispenza is a very good place to start. That allows you to start meditating and focusing on what it is that you want to achieve, because the person who is able to do $100,000 a month or $1 million a month, they know the level of work that they put in gets the result that they actually get. There is that expectation from what they're doing that the outcome is going to be their achieving of that goal. And that's what doing this process, that meditation, allows you to be able to achieve. It rewires your brain so that you can believe and think that it is possible and that it's already happening for you. The other thing to do is the I am statements, the journaling, the visualization, the dream boards, everything that you can possibly do to be able to fixate on that goal and achieving it and getting that money into your account. Another great thing to do is tapping with Brad Yates. Now, this is a really interesting type of style of meditation where you go through doing all these different tapping to help you visualize and break through different blocks that you might have. That's a really good one. And I'm going to link his channel up here as well. Ultimately, what you need to do is act as if you've already achieved the outcome that you're looking to achieve. Believe that you're already living the life that you desire, being able to have all the extra free time, the financial freedom that you're after, and everything else that is your dream lifestyle. The next thing you don't want to be doing is selling low ticket products on Shopify with your advertising, because you need profit and big profits in your products in order to be able to scale and ultimately make money. So things like stickers or mugs and posters, they are out. Things like engraved jewelry, message card jewelry, all over print apparel, metal wall art, subscription type products, and subscription type products are very, very interesting. You've got new companies like Beauty Boss, you've got coffee that you can sell with Printify, and you've also got supplements that you can do as well, which is very, very interesting. Creating subscription-based products on demand is a great way to really blow up the lifetime value of your customers. What you want to be aiming for though on your higher ticket products is at least $30 plus profit per sale. Ultimately, around the $50 is a really good sweet spot to be playing in. Next up, you don't want to be spraying and praying your niches. When you're starting a Shopify store, it's important to have a niche group in mind. So not a niche specific site like just focused on black cats, but more something like outdoors where you can focus on lakes, surfing, beachside, kayaking, hiking, running, all those sorts of things. You have a fitness brand, but what that allows you to do is test a bunch of niches in and around the same sort of idea without doing something so disjointed where you focus on nurses over here, people who love sewing and bikers and all sorts that has no congruency. When you don't have congruency, you lack the professionalism you need in your store to build the trust when you are first starting. So it's better to start with a good niche group like the wedding industry. So if you focus on wedding type products in that niche, you've also got the ability to sell anniversary type products as well, birthday gifts. It allows you to stay a bit more centralized without losing the ultimate focus. What this does is not just helps you optimize your time, but it helps you optimize your ad accounts as well, giving clear data to Facebook to help you pinpoint your target customers. Now, here's something a lot of people get hung up on when they're trying to get started with print on demand, and ultimately it stops a lot of people from actually taking that first step, and that is coming up with perfect brand name. Now, the problem with the perfect brand name is it does not exist. You're much better off selecting something that sounds good, checking to make sure the .com is available and it's not trademarked, and moving forward from there. It shouldn't take you any longer than 10 to 15 minutes to come up with a name, particularly with the help of AI. Done is better than perfect. You want to get started and get those designs out there as quickly as possible to test the niche, to test the products, and see if you can create those winning products that actually scale and make you that money. Now, once you've got your brand name, the next thing that typically holds a lot of people up is creating their store, because they spend far too long in there making sure it's perfect, that the conversion rate's going to be spot on, that all the trust factors are in place, that the colors are correct, that the font choice is spot on. The thing is, that doesn't matter. Again, done is better than perfect. Make sure you're using other websites as design inspiration for your own, and then let that be enough. Make sure the checkout process works and it does look professional, and then move on to testing those products. Everything that you do, and this is the biggest tip that I can give you for print on demand, should result in you having a product out there in a place where someone is able to purchase it. Otherwise, you're not going to be making money anytime soon. Stop spinning your wheels, get those designs out there. The fear of failure is also the fear of success. So what you want to make sure is that you're not spending inordinate amounts of time making sure that your store is packed full of different designs on different products. You want to get 5 done, 5 designs listed, launched, published, and had ads run to them to validate whether or not the products and designs that you're creating are close to or far away from actually creating something that people want to buy. Now, what you want to do based on that data, if you're finding that people are clicking, the engagement's high, that you're getting add to carts but you're not getting purchases, it's telling you that you just need to work on your design. There's something in that phrasing and what you're creating that is connecting. So you focus better on those specific products that are getting those results. That way, instead of creating 50 products that may not connect, you're creating 5 at a time. You may find one that does perform quite well, and it allows you to refocus all that time it would have taken to do those other 45 designs on that one that was getting that extra level heightened engagement. It's going to help you find your success far sooner. And with you constantly creating new designs, your store is going to stock up very quickly with all these different products. So before too long, it's going to look very, very legitimate. People will see your store and trust it. And the thing is, when you are advertising your print-on-demand products, you are sending them straight to that product page. The product that you're focused on, that you're running ads to, is the one that they come to your store to buy. Very few people are going to go around and look at the other products that you have. Now, this is something you certainly do not want to be doing, and that is running ads without a defined strategy. And running ads is a very critical part of success with your print-on-demand business, and it is something that I go in depth with you inside the PODHacks Accelerator. But there's 2 main phases to finding your winning design. Phase 1 is a bottle rocket testing method, and that allows you to test your designs at a very low cost in order to make sure that it is good enough to go on to phase 2, which is running your 8 campaigns. And those R8 campaigns are where you're spending a bit more money. You're investing in those designs to see whether or not they do sell. And based on good quality rules, you'll know what to cut, what ads to scale, and when it's time to actually move on. Without a defined ad strategy, you're going to waste a lot of money, and you're going to throw a lot of good money after bad products that should never have been designed or advertised in the first place. So you've got to get clear on that ad strategy. You want to make sure that you're targeting the right people with the right products at the right time. Now, this one is quite difficult, but one thing you don't want to be doing is being distracted by shiny objects. When we're online, particularly in the make money online space, we are going to see any and all the different opportunities that we can make money online with. Now, the thing is, once you've chosen print on demand as your vehicle to make money online, it's important to focus on that. But rifle focus comes into it even further. So once you've chosen print on demand, you need to focus on your niche, you need to focus on your product, you need to focus on your platform, your ad strategy, and so on and so forth. The more you can do that rifle focus, the faster you're going to find those $10,000 plus months and beyond. You don't want to be jumping from creating canvas to creating all over print hoodies to going over to do acrylic plaques and jewelry jewelry. It's important to learn the nuances of the products and the niche that you're focused on in order to get that data from the advertising that you're doing to find those winners faster. Have you ever wanted to run your own $5,000 to $10,000 per month print-on-demand business? Because all these tips that I'm sharing with you in here are things that I'm helping you with inside the PODHacks Accelerator, which is my coaching program where I'm teaching you the step-by-step roadmap to creating a $5,000 to $10,000 plus month print-on-demand business in as little time as possible. If you'd like more information on that, make sure you click the first link in the description below.